crew, Joey. What's going on, guys? Appreciate y'all coming by. Wait to get some people up in here. Transcends. What's up, buddy? Look, we've got 15 BU Morgan dollars right here, ready to go in these cool little holders. Yeah, this is my favorite one in here. Let's get some light up in here. Actually, straighten this out. Hate when they're crooked. So it's I don't know. Let's go through them and we'll see. I mean, like I say, I'll show like they're going to be the lowest grade in here is marked a 61. They're all marked by me. There's a lot that are 62s. There's a couple threes, and I think there's like four fours. Like this four, I think Mike could get a five, and one other one. But better date 88p on that one. I mean, feel free to throw out a number too as we're going, but I'm gonna go through them for you guys. So 020. Of course, the PCGS prices on here in the grade. That's not what I'm going to be asking for them in any stretch of the imagination. 020. Show the nice ones first and go through them all. 89 Philly. Nice. We got, what is this, 97p. Straighten this one out. 79 Philly. Harder date. We've got 1900 Philly. It's moving down to what I have marked 63. Really conservative on these. We've got 83.0. Okay, so those were your threes and fours. I believe two of those fours could get fives, which would be very nice. Revise these. All right, and then we move into twos. Okay, 62s. 85 Philly. 96 Philly. A lot of Phillies in here. This is a 78S. This has actually just got like a nice kind of mirror-like to the Hoppers on that 78S. 98 Philly. 87 Philly. 90 Philly. Better date there. 04 Philly. Don't see that one as much. 86 Philly. Don't see that one as much either. 84 Philly, the lowest marked coin in here. So there's 15 of them. Tell me a number. You know how I work Transcend. I don't need to make a fortune on them. I know that. Should be a pretty easy lot to buy, though. I also have like the display box and all that they came in, but I think I'm gonna sell that separately because I don't want to send them with all these valuable, you know what I mean? All these valuable Morgan dollars. 15 BU Morgan dollars, couple better ones. Like I say, that 88 Philly is a real standout in there. And 150 PCGS just in a 4. It's a 5, it's like 250. This actually got die polish marks because that back's kind of PL. That's a nice coin. The 020 I think is pretty nice too. Definitely for 020 here. What do you think, Transcend? I'm gonna let y'all give the number. $15 BU Morgan dollars, all different dates, no repeats of dates. A lot of your Philly dates. One of the easiest batches. It's the biggest slot of the show, you know. Did somebody make an offer? I don't think joined is a number. No, nobody. I don't know. How much? I don't know. How much should I sell them for? What should I start them at? I'll let you know if you're close. I just bought them this week, so. Like I always do. I definitely don't want half a PCGS, that's for damn sure. Because that would be a lot of fucking money. They just don't sell for that. I just need a fair offer. I haven't heard an offer at all yet on them. Like I say, buddy, I'm just looking for an offer. Transcend. I'm just looking for an offer, my friend. Let me do a little math real quick and like check what I have. I mean, but if you have a number in mind, you know, feel free to throw it out. I can either say like you're close or let me see. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, with the better ones, I mean, you're leaning towards 50, $60 coins with, you know, these ones that I have marked 64s, you know, like this 88 Philly, you know, um, easily. Everything else is, you know, $40, if that gives you an idea. Um, I think at 50 a coin's like 750. I think that's a little high. I'd say 600 start. That would be like minimum start. 600 start. That's 40 a coin. You get all of it. And you get coins that could potentially be freaking 65s, $230 coins for goddamn 40 bucks. You get this coin for 40 bucks. You get this coin for 40 bucks. I mean, just beautiful cheeks, beautiful coins. Getting this coin for 40 bucks. All of the 62s are going to be 85 PCGS. The 3s are 90 PCGS. And then these 4s vary because it depends on the date. This 97P is a harder date. That's 185 and a 4. 115 and a 4. 115 and a 4. And 150 and a 4. All y'all got to say is run it, chat. See, that's why I hate putting out a number, because that's ridiculously low number, and now you guys are going to act like that's not good enough. Forget it then. Don't worry about it. Put it back to 50. So that's what I get for trying to be fair. If you think I bought these for any less than $40 a piece, you're out of your fucking mind. Goddamn milk's like 30 bucks right now. We sell call ones for $32 a piece in the shop. Like beat, like call ones. Like people come in and buy hundreds of them. I don't get what you guys like. How cheap you think I should sell them for? I should sell these for melt? Is that what we're thinking? Because that's not even a possibility. Just being totally transparent. That's not going to happen. I don't play no games over here, like beat around the bush. Not going to happen. What I just ran it for is as cheap as I'm going to run it. So, and you ain't got to pay shipping 15 times, and you ain't got to pay tax 15 times like you would in every other stream on Whatnot. All 15 of these Morgan dollars. All 15 of these Morgan dollars. You get the lowest grade Mark one here is 61. The best one is 64. Two of these 64s, this 88, and one of the other ones I believe could get a 5, but I'm always very conservative with what I mark these. But even in a 4 PCGS is 150 on this coin. You're getting this coin for 40 bucks at the number I just ran this lot for. You're getting this coin for 40 bucks. This one's 115 PCGS. You're getting this coin for 40 bucks. Another 115 PCGS. I mean, these are lovely, lovely Morgans. You're getting this one for 40 bucks. This coin in a 4 is $185. You're getting that for 40 bucks. And then you're getting a couple 3s. Those are 90 PCGS. And a bunch of 2s. All these 2s are, what are they? They're like 85 PCGS, I believe. But you're going to get these holders and everything. If you would like to receive the box too, I mean, I can sell it separately. It's heavy. I don't want to ship it with this. With all these nice coins. But yeah, they're all different dates. A lot of Philly dates. I can run through the dates real quick if you would like. if you're actually interested. But ridiculous, kind of a ridiculous deal. You've got 97 Philly. You've got 89 Philly. You've got 020, one of the only O's in here. You've got the 88 Philly, which is my favorite coin in here. I swear that coin's probably a 65, bro. That's $230 coin. You're getting a 1900p. Some of these dates you don't see as much. Some of them are common. Both 83.0 there. Better dates. Or better conditions. You got a 96p. A 98p. A 78s. One's kind of mirror-like on the obverse. I love the reverse feathers of the 78s. 85p. 87p. A 90p. It's a better date. 04 Philly. Really? No, that's a 040. 86 Philly and 84 Philly. Is every date that you're getting. No repeats. You're literally going to be able to fill 15 spots in your book or whatever. Let's see, like some of these, there's like one, I think it's this one. It's missing its little rubber piece that went in here to kind of hold the coin in there. That's for you to. I mean, I can reflip these if you would want to. If you don't want them in these big, like I'll keep these marble holders if you want. I got flips. You know what I mean? I'll still mark them up with my information. You know, you guys can always request that. Appreciate y'all coming by, bro. Even if you can't afford to buy that lot of coins or anything from me today. I don't have nothing cheap today, guys. I bought a bunch of nice stuff. I might have a couple little cheap stuff later on, but I ain't made a single cent yet, and I spent a lot of money this week on coins. So, yeah, I would run everything. Yeah, yeah. Of course, we got this heat back here. Talk about fucking heat. 03S. XF details burnished. So that's an error. That's an error on this slab. But XF details 03S. I do know PCGS price guide on an XF 4750 on this coin. I believe NGC is like 650. That's of course straight grade. So heat right here. I mean, I'll sell you all these and this if you got a number in mind. I had an offer on this yesterday. I thought dude was legit, dude. And then he flaked out. So, I'd like to not play games today. If you want something, tell me to run it. Let's make it happen. I'm easy to work with. I'm easy to deal with. I'd rather bundle everything that gives you guys, you ain't paying shipping 15, 16, 17, 18 times. If you want all this stuff, you know what I mean? On another stream, you're going to pay shipping and tax 18 times, bro. I mean, I'm just being totally real. Like, you just are. Nobody really does this, you know? Nobody does this. I'm the only guy that really does this like this. And I do it for you guys. I do it for y'all, bro. Point blank, point period. I do it for y'all so that you guys come back. You get a great deal. You get a good experience. It is harder to do it this way. A lot of people don't like me for it, right? But in my experience, the buyers I get from doing it this way are the buyers I want. You get what I'm saying? And they know that okay, if 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 Eric's got stuff, I can bundle it all. You know, I ain't got to come in there and be like, oh, damn, I gotta fucking pay shipping and tax on every little one of these motherfuckers, which is a lot of money. It adds up to a lot of money, and then I'm already saying make an offer. You know, the margins of what other people are gonna charge over what I am on this stuff is you know I'm very charitable, but I can't. I also have to buy this stuff too. You know, like it's not like I run this business and like in the night, like witches come and bring me, old, Morgan dollars from the ground or something from the cemetery. Like it doesn't happen like that. I had to go out and hunt for these coins. I had to go hunt for a good deal. I had to have shops that I partner with. They have to be looking out for me. They have to be saying, "Hey, Eric, this just came in. You want it?" If not, it's going to sell quickly. You get what I'm saying? Um, Anything that I buy for you guys is at an incredulously low price. And sometimes I feel bad for the dealers that are selling to me. Like, it's like sometimes they do stuff really cheap, but I just pass it on to you guys. So, I mean, that's the best I can do. Nobody wants these Morgans. 15 Morgans, one lot. You got a potential MS65 Morgan right here in there. 88 Philly. If that's MS65, it's not 150, it's 230. Right? You're getting that for $40 minimum in this lot. $40. You're getting that like it's a Cull fucking Morgan. I see Cull Morgan selling for 40 on the big streams, guys, with 200 people in there. I wonder why. Why does everything go for so much? Because there's too many people in there. You're bidding against everybody else. Imagine that. But you know, I can't tell anybody that. It's got to be learned. It's got to be learned. It's got to be learned. Put them threes in their place. The threes before the fours. We can't do that. You're getting this 020. Minimum of 64 easily. 115 PCGS. You're getting this 89 Philly. 115 PCGS. You're getting this 97 Philly. Don't see them very much. 185 PCGS and just a 4. Good lord. And of course, that 88 Philly, like I say, I think that's my favorite coin in here. I think that's a 5 any day of the fucking week. Like I say, Pedro, 40 a coin. There's 15 coins. Your lowest grade that I have marked is 61. So you have 161, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 twos, 2 threes, and 4 fours. And 2 of the fours I think might be 5s. 40 a coin, that's 600. And like I say, I can flip these in flips for you if you want, or you can keep them in those nice marble display cases. And I think that's I'd probably just keep them in those cases because even if you want to put them in a book or something, you can maybe sell these cases later. I've seen people sell those cases. To me, the cases aren't worth anything. They're just you know. Mm. Yeah, no, I didn't get them that cheap. I didn't even get them that cheap, Transcend. I can do minimum on these. I can do 500 Transcend. I paid 32 a coin on these. I didn't pay 30 a coin. I mean, and 32 a coin I thought was incredible with the fucking heat that's in here. But I guess I was freaking mistaken. Um, 50, 30 a coin. We're selling calls for that, guys. Yeah, 500. That's the minimum I can do. I mean, I hope it bids up, but Jesus Christ. I mean, it's like incredible, incredulous how cheap you guys think stuff is. It's crazy, bro. It blows my mind. Like better dates are below $30 or $30 a coin for fucking ones that look like 64s. I mean, I wish. I wish. I really do wish that they were that fucking cheap. But if they were, nobody would be here. You guys wouldn't be here, right? This wouldn't be a thing, right? There wouldn't be no point of this, right? Yep, this is the whole lot. This is all 15, my friend. Good pickup. Fucking steal and a half. Stealing stuff, man. Just stealing it. It's like, man, they're paying more on Facebook in the groups. Like, Facebook groups doing better than whatnot these days. Incredible. It's incredible. Whatever. It is what it is, chat. We move on. We live to see another day. Give me 1 second on that NGC, buddy. Let me get this marked up. I'll show that off. That's a big coin. I need to find my markers. My markers always get away from me. Sorry, we knew that was lot number one here. Give me 1 second. Incredulous. Now that I've been greased up, right, guys? I've been properly greased up, right, Pedro? It's all right, buddy. I appreciate you too, man. Thank you. Let me get them off the table here. And now, if you would like the display case, I'm going to be putting it in my bin later on in my marketplace. So that's totally up to you. But it does have a beautiful display case that it came with. I just did not want to send them together. Just too nice of coins to be sending with that big wooden and glass display case. Alright, so somebody asked about this bad boy right here. So like I said before, this coin, off the top of my head, I know PCGS price guide on an XF40 is 750. I believe it's 650 NGC. That's a straight grade, of course. This has got an error. This isn't supposed to say burnished. The obverse doesn't look clean to me, but the reverse does. So maybe it was supposed to say reverse cleaned. It's got some beautiful toning kind of coming in on this. Probably some luster that was still around the edges here. Does have a good amount of hair detail in this area for 40. Like this is more like 45 hair detail. Looking at photos of this specific coin on Coinfax. So, I mean, if it's 650 straight grade, I mean, I don't know, make an offer. I mean, um, I believe I had an offer yesterday that I would have taken, which was like pretty much what I paid. I'm not like looking to make a fortune on it. But I guess the guy was a fake. I thought he was a real guy, but I don't know. People like to do that game. Yeah, the reverse. So the reverse, like I said, looks maybe cleaned or dipped or polished, but it does have a little bit of tone coming in here, and it does have a little bit of breast detail, a little bit. The wings are nice. So yeah, it is a very nice O3S hard coin, very hard coin, very expensive coin. Everybody needs one for their book, and it would probably be pretty hard to even find much better than that uh, for a everyman book, unless you want to spend a lot of money. Like I say, PCGS price guide on an XF40, which is the lowest XF grade, is 750. NGC, I believe, is 650 because NGC is always lower. Um, you know, also you got the error here, like the NGC made a mistake. Some people say that's worth something. I would, nah, not really. Um, Throw a number out. See if I'll either say yay or nay. 650s full grade, straight grade in that condition. So that kind of gives you an idea, at least, that it's not just a regular Morgan dollar. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be either. Mm-mm. No. Like I say, I had an offer yesterday of what I thought was fair. Yeah, but the person, I guess, was fake or he died the second he gave me an offer. I don't know. Shit happens, right? I don't know. Yeah, no, hell no. Mm-mm. Fuck no. Mm-mm. No, not even close, bro. Details doesn't, you know what I mean? Details, you don't knock it down like 6 grades, like that's not how that works. You can knock it back to a 35. I believe that's 450, but you ain't gonna be knocking it back that much. Would you knock it back to a fucking fine? Nah, no. Or a good? No. Not even close to what I paid. Not even close, my friend. I mean, shit, you were underneath even cutting what the straight grade is in half. Would you cut the straight grade in half plus $100? This does not sell for that on eBay, my friend. And even if it does, are you guaranteed a real coin? Savvy deals? Are you guaranteed that you're not going to get some fake Chinese knockoff slab? Hey, I'm not upset, bro. I'm just stating facts, bro. If anybody's upset, it's not me. I don't care what something sold on Fleabay for. I really do not. Like, you are not guaranteed a damn thing on Fleabay, bro, and you won't get your money back either. Because Fleabay don't know if it's fake. Whatnot knows coins. That's why Whatnot will actually buy fucking coins if somebody's unhappy and they know it's still like a gold coin. They will buy it from that person. Whatnot knows coins. They know what they're doing. eBay, no. I'll tell you, I saw this same coin. It didn't have this error of saying varnished, right? And I'm sure you can't find an eBay listing of this exact thing because it doesn't exist. So, I mean, you're right on this specific coin. But anyway, it depends on the detail. It depends on what detail this actually was saying. That's actually what details grades depend on how much you pay on them. And actually, it just depends on what somebody's willing to pay. To be honest, that's really all it is. Yeah, they don't sell for no fucking $200 in an XF details 1903S. Do we need to bring up the guide, bro? Do we need to bring up guide? I mean, I hate to fucking do all this shit. You know, a little ridiculous. Look, I didn't pay that much for it. I'm just looking for a fair offer. 200 wasn't fair. 200 wasn't fair. Not if this coin maybe I resend this. Maybe they meant to put XF40 on it. I don't fucking know. This is a fuck up. I don't know what this coin actually fucking is. I know it's at least XF, right? XF40 650 price guide. I don't, I don't see where 200 is even realistic. So I believe, okay, so 400's 35. So yeah, so realistically, nothing under 400 really makes any fucking sense. I had to offer a 410 yesterday. We will do. I'm not looking to get rich, but I'm not looking to lose $100 to give you a coin for $100 under what I paid for it. I'm not looking to do that either. Just because you don't value details coins properly. That's that's not my fault. This is what I paid right here, chat. This is literally what I paid. This is literally what I paid. In the middle of bumfuck nowhere and a small shop that looks out for me. All right. That's what I paid. Not 200. Damn, nobody can handle this coin, huh? That's a beast of a fucking coin, huh? That's a monster. I guess we gotta bring it up on NGC, huh? We can get a better idea here, huh? We're really confused about this one. That's a hard coin. Confusing coin. You buy all those slabs together too. Somebody's got the cojones. Okay, well, I guess NGC's website is not working at the moment. Or I have a lot of issues with their website here lately. It's probably because it ain't been updated since 2012. Let's see, what do we need 1903 as? They minted 1.2 million of these. Most Morgans, you know, there's most of that stuff still out there. There's only 125,000 of these left. Survival estimate. Much less once you hit, you know, min state grades and that kind of stuff. Only like 600 or something, like super low. Let's see. 03S, there she is. Move this over. This to be over right here. This. God damn, it jumps crazy and just in a 50, it's 1900. They got it set at 400 in XF. Maybe that's why, you know. I still don't think, you know. What's going on? The only raw Morgan I have left. Okay, are we back? Okay. The only raw Morgan I have left is this crazy DPL Morgan that's in the bin. What do I need to run this at? I can't do 200. Here, I'll lose $20. For you, Savvy. I'll do it, buddy. I'm disappointed about this coin, but I see NGC's price is way off compared to what it should be. So I see why it's so like gray sheets higher than fucking NGC price. It's like it makes no fucking sense. I'm starting to get a sour taste for US and NGC holders lately, like a real sour taste here lately. It's like the same fucking coin, 750 PCGS. It's 400 NGC. It's like what, you know, what. I don't. There's not that much of a difference between those two companies. There is not that much. What are we talking about? Annex and fucking, you know, like what's NGC Annex now? NGC's Annex now, huh? No, it's they don't update their shit. They don't update their shit. And then people take it as fucking fact. And then it's not right. And then the whole hobby pays for it. NGC, get to work. Fuck are y'all doing? Why is your coin set at $350 under PCGS? Why? On a Morgan. Why? That's not like a proof Morgan or something insane. Why? Tell me why. Ugh. We do have some cool, if anybody's into metals, if you've ever heard of this series right here, so this is the Spouse series. So they did a bunch of $10 golds for this Spouse series. I have almost a complete set of all of them, but in the bronze ones, which are actually pretty freaking neat. I have a couple, guys like this. These are like $10 items, but they are US Mint. Can grade them. I have this insane DPL that's in the bin. Let's bring it out here and pin it while we talk about it. So we can go and look at PCGS photos. This has the right pattern for DPL, as far as chatter. This thing is fucking ridiculous. So go over here too, so y'all can see the mirrors in action. The mirrors in action. Holy motherfucking shit. Better date too to find like this. Insanely nice coin. Like I say, the amount of chatter. Let's go look at photos real quick so I can kind of give you guys an idea here on that date. So that's an expensive coin. Let's see, 18. The date was at 83. So with these, you're going to have a lot more chatter than you're used to on a regular Morgan, because when you have that deep of a mirror, you're going to see every little mark. You're going to see every little hit. Same thing with a proof coin. So here, let's show you some here. Let's get some images up. The highest grade on that date is a 70 MPO, which is probably an absurdly, and it's got a good amount of chatter too, but it's probably an absurdly expensive coin. Let's get to the grade range that I have that set at. Give you guys an idea here. These are probably going to be kind of hard to see all the chatter that's on them, but see a lot in front of the face all the way up. There's probably some in the back there on that. There's a lot on the back of this one. That's a 5. That's a 65 DMPO. So move down to the 4. This is probably where I think I am, down at this 4 level. Some on the face, decent amount on this side, a little bit back behind, a little bit on the back. Right there at that 4 DMPO level. Another one that's a 4. So it's just kind of the way. And then once you get down to a 3, you can see there's a whole ton of it on the back of that one and a whole fucking ton of it on the front. So let's see. Let's go back to the price scale. Now that I've explained why I have it marked a 4 plus, like I said, I think it could go 4 or a 5. You'd be lucky if it got a 5 though, because it jumps consistently. It jumps fucking insanely. But here's your prices. So you got a 3 at 500, a 4 at 7, and a 5 at 1600. So if anybody has an offer on that, feel free to throw it out. If not, I don't mind keeping it. I will submit it my damn self because it's the nicest raw DMPL that I've. Most of the time when I get coins raw, I don't ever think they're DMPL because they're not. This is the only coin where I know this is a dimple, and you can tell. You just can tell. I mean, there's no way around it. There is no way around it. I mean, that coin looks proof. You know. What y'all think on that, chat? What y'all want to pay on that? Too cheap, I'm sure. And then I also have this, which is an older holder. This I thought had kind of the look of a PL also, this in this 64. Let's see if we can look at it up outside of the light a bit so I can kind of show you what I meant. And it's definitely not like that. It's definitely not like that that other coin, but I think it could slide into the PL if resubbed. So I've got that too, and then this on the 25, right? Yeah, the 25 on the 64. I've got this shipwreck uncirculated coin there. But let's worry about these Morgans first. Let's get all the Morgans done with. Maybe I'll move into the smaller stuff. I might actually keep that. That deep mirror proof, like if nobody wants it, it'd be totally fine with me. I will be totally fine with me, right? Right, buddy? You could stick with me, you know. That was like 10 inches back, Chuck. That fucking thing is ridiculous, bro. Which I think it's got to be 7. 7 is like the deep mirror, you know. That's way more than 7. There's a video, I think, attached to the listing there. Check that video out. You can see my face like fucking 15 inches back. Ridiculous. A date you don't see like that either. That's kind of the thing too. You just don't see it. Deep mirror proof like Morgan. Nobody wants it, right? Y'all don't want that, right? Ew. I mean, ugly. Ugh. I mean, just ew. Why would anybody want that? You know? That's not something anybody would want, you know? Ugh. Just ugh. Filthy girl. She's just a dirty girl, you know. Nobody wants dirty girls, you know. Nobody wants dirty girls, right? No. Nobody wants deep mirror proof like Morgan's, right? No. These 3 slabs, how much, chat? The DPL, that, and that. How about this? You either give me an offer on these 2 and leave that alone, and I'll keep it. That's fine. Or give me an offer on the 3. How about that? There you go. You got another bundle. Another bundle to the rescue. Let's not lose my entire budget on this one. Shit, I remember I've maybe only had one other Morgan. It was a 79 Philly. That was as deep mirrors as that is. It had like the same amount of chatter. It sold for $500. $500. Oh, thank you for the art to fart. Thank you for the new friendship there. We're friends. We're friends, bro. I like new friends. And we were just looking at the chatter pattern of the deep mirror proof flakes on this date. And this is between a 64 chatter pattern to a 65. If it jumps to 65, this is a $1,600 coin. If it's just a 64, it's a $700 coin. So here, I'll show you some photos here so you can get an idea. And they take their photos under the LED light, so you're going to see a lot more of that frosty looks on these coins. But that's why I show them. That's why I'm showing you all this outside of the light and in the light, so you can get an idea. Because you do need to look at them both ways. So let's get to the grade we're at. So as you can see, this is actually a 65 DPO. As you can see, a lot of chatter all the way up the side here. Pretty heavy right in that area. Some behind the head and some on the back in different areas. But they're deep mirror proof like Morgans. I mean, there's going to be chatter. It's just, but you're not going to grade them like you would a regular Morgan. Here's a 4. So this is closer to mine. Some chatter on the cheek, some chatter out here behind the head. And there is some on the back here in different areas. Let's look at a couple 4s here. This 4 has a lot more, but all around the whole coin. A little bit on the face, a little less on the face actually. And then here's, once you get down to like 3, it's going to be real heavy. Real heavy chatter on both sides of the coin. I can actually see this better with my eyes. That reverse looks real fucked up. I don't really see it as much on y'all's screen, but yeah, so that gives you an idea. Also can show you back at the price window here. And a 4, which I think is minimum on this, it's 700. If it does get the 5, it's 1600, which would be insane. That wouldn't be my sub though. If I sent this in, I would get a 64. But maybe somebody's luckier, much luckier than me. How much, chat? Shoot me an offer on it. This is the first time I've offered this coin. Nobody has had a chance at it but you. '83 Philly, mirror proof like. No question. One of the nicest DPLs I've ever had, besides the 79 I had. That 79 graded a 64 plus DNPL, just by the way. The guy that bought that from me for 500. I believe we had it marked a 4. that's kind of why I put a plus on this one. But my minimum, I would say, is a four. $700 coin. I mean, I got to get a pretty good idea of what I should sell it for. Anybody got an idea? Probably not, because they don't sell on here. The big streamers don't sell them. In holders or not. They just don't sell them. They keep those. And the people that would collect them, they keep them. They don't sell them. No offers on the deep mirror proof flake. What about that plus these other coins? You got the deep mirror proof flake. You've got this bad boy right here. That's kind of PL on this 80S. Might be worth a resub. If not, it's in a beautiful holder. I love these older NGC holders where they didn't have the spokes yet. Ooh, I love them. And then I've got this one in a newer holder, 64. This is the 25. That's a hard 64 to get. I know by experience. I don't know why they're so hard on these 65s. That actually looks like a fucking 5. But okay, that's that. Those $3 left. Let's get an offer on those $3 left. Move on to the smaller stuff that I have left for the end of the stream. Oh, by the way, let's do a givey. Let's do a givey. I keep forgetting that I can do giveys now. All right. I keep forgetting that I can do giveys now, chat. Shit. We getting up there now. All right. Yeah, y'all don't want that deep mirror proof like Morgan, right? Y'all don't want that, right? I get to keep that, right? Yeah. I always get to keep them. It's like, nah, I've never got to keep one. I think I've had, like I say, maybe one other one, maybe two other ones in the whole time of doing this for 3 years on here. And one of them was in a holder. That was in an old Annex holder. And to me, it only looked PL. That's the thing about buying those older holders that say DPO. It just looked PL to me. But it was a nice coin. It sold for around the same price I bought it, right? I had a 79 Philly that was raw just like that one. It actually had less chatter. It graded 4 plus, I believe, a 4 plus. It was around the same chatter, but maybe a little less. I think the mirrors on that are stronger, though. The mirrors on that are fucking insane. But anyway, that's only the third one I've ever had. They stand out like a sore thumb. So there's what it's going to look right in the LED like. And then we can take a look at it out in without so much light directed on it. The camera doesn't want to focus, but deep, 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 mirror proof like deep, 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 deep. You can get that coin. And these other two coins in one lot, or you can make me an offer on that coin and we'll do those separately. Whatever way y'all want to do it, chat. We sold the other big lots of dollars. So those are your better dollars. These are the best dollars of the show. Right. Three best dollars of the show. And this ADS was picked up, thinking I might resub it because it might pass as a PO. The light's not agreeing with me now, but it could be. It's close. It's definitely close. It does have more of a sheen to the fields, like it should, but definitely not like this one. Definitely not like that one. Definitely not like that one. Chatter pattern on this is 64 to 65. If you get lucky and get a 65, let me know because it's like $1,600. A 4, which is what I would probably get on this, is 700. So um, I can show you a photo again if you guys want. I've showed it a couple times. We ain't even heard a number yet. Nobody knows what to pay for that coin, which is kind of fine. I don't mind keeping it at the end of the day if we sell everything else, and I can keep that. I'm totally down for that. All right, so here's the chatter pattern. Of course, these are direct on LED lights also. I think they do their picture a little bit different than like this lighting though. They have like a box. I need to get one of those little nice little boxes. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of chatter on a 65. So this has got a lot of chatter out here. Pretty clean cheek though. And then some chatter out here, up top on the reverse. Once you move to 64 though, which is what I'm assuming mine is, as you can see, a lot more chatter all the way up. Some chatter back here. A lot more chatter on the reverses. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for thanking me. I appreciate that. And then once you get down to a 3, it really gets bad. The face, just really bad. The reverse, really bad. Chatter everywhere. So, like I say, I think mine's right in that 64 chatter range. Up around, but not super heavy. Um, that's why I thought maybe it might jump to the 5, and the back's actually pretty clean except for right there, a little bit up here. That gets a 5, bro. And I could have sent it in myself. I would. Oh, freaking shit, bro. Just need an offer on this chat. It's a rarer gate to find in a deep mirror proof, like also the 83 Philly. Not a whole lot of these in the population. Not a whole lot of these in the population at all. Say deep mirror proof like 83 Philly. Chatter pattern of about a 64. I can show that again. You guys are interested. Like I say, here's how much chatter would be on a 3 DPL. Really, really bad. Really, really bad, even on the face. Really, really bad. As you move into 4, it's there, but not as hefty as that other coin was. Let's look at a couple 4s here. Pretty heavy in here, pretty heavy in here. This side, a little bit up top. And there's a 5. So even a 5 DPL's got a lot of chatter out here. Pretty clean face though, a little bit back behind the head. A little bit over here like mine has, a little bit up top. I think mine's closest to that 5, but I have it marked a 4. or 4 plus. I have the price on the back is marked at 4 price. 4 price is, let's go to the right page. 4 price is 700, and then in a 5 it jumps to 1600. That's what I'm saying. If somebody gets that and gets a fucking 5, let me know, bro. I might buy it back from you. But I have zero qualms with this this coin right here. Zero. Probably the prettiest coin I've had this year. By leagues. Any offer, chat. Any offer is sufficient. Any offer is sufficient. If you want to check the link out too and watch the video I have there on it and all that kind of jazz too, you can do that. If not, let's move on to these 2 other slabs, I guess. If you guys do not want those, don't want that crazy ass DPL. I've got this, this ADS, which is kind of PL, in my opinion. I mean, it looks pretty damn nice. But it is an older holder too, before they did the prongs. It's in a 4 ADS. And then we've got this 25 Philly, a little bit harder date there on the 64. These 2 slabs right here, chat. Let's get these out of here at least. These 2 slabs, chat. This is actually such a nice 4. These two slabs, chat. This one. And this one. Two slabs, one money. Let's go, chat. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. How much? You ain't got to pay shipping twice or tax twice. Or you can get these and the deep mirror proof. Like, you can do that too if you're really feeling spicy. Last biggest dollars of the show, guys. You can do everything one money. Or you can do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, babe. You could even leave right now. It's all good with me. I appreciate y'all either way. If you guys insist I keep this deep mirror proof, like that's totally up to y'all. Okay, why is this not tracking anymore? There it is. I really hate these iPhones, bro. And their finicky ass chargers. Alright, guys, we gotta wrap this up. My phone's gonna die like any second. So if you want one of these items, let me know. God damn it, you son of a bitch. It's not charging anymore. I swear I buy a charger like every week. Okay. Yeah, the phone's gonna die like any second, guys. Any offers on this coin right here? Or this coin right here? Or this coin right here? Or all three of them? Damn, I never thought that a Details 03S would have sold quicker and easier than a deep mirror proof like Morgan and 2 straight grade Morgan in holders. Okay. It's charging at the moment, chat, so I'm gonna leave y'all sit for a second. This is a 1808 Chinese cash, 10 cash, from the shipwreck of the Admiral Gardner in 1809. This coin was actually minted in 1808, so it's actually like fully there, like uncirculated. It does have a little bit of green from being in the ocean, but I mean, it's a copper coin. We can give it a little, you know, we get it, you know. So let's see. So this, I thought this was gonna be like $100 item, but this is like the cheapest price I could find on them. I bet if I put it in that shipwreck group, it probably sells for more than this. But for you guys, there you go. Shipwreck coin for 40 bucks. Don't really get much better than that. Uncirculated shipwreck coin for 40 bucks. Uncirculated shipwreck coin for 40 bucks. 10 cash. Okay, we don't buy shipwreck coins. Okay. We buy deep mirror proof like Morgan's. We buy graded dollars. We buy everything left on the table. Man, y'all spend a couple of dollars and got quiet real quick. Damn. I ran a giveaway, they ran away. Okay. Anybody interested in deep mirror proof like Morgan's? I know they're kind of a popular thing in the hobby, you know. They're kind of like a big deal, you know. This is the deepest mirror proof lake I've ever had in my life. Let's go look at the chatter patterns. How much chatter is supposed to be on these, because you don't grade them like a normal Morgan, right? You can have much more chatter on a 64 than on a normal Morgan. Look at them. Let's take a look. Let's see what we're supposed to be seeing. You know, that's the best way to learn, right? So here's a 63. As you can see, that 3 has a lot, 63 DMPO, a lot of chatter, even on the face, a lot on the back, all around the sides. Move into a 64, which I think is where mine is. Bunch of chatter all the way up through the face, chatter on the back. Another 4, a little more chatter on that one, a little bit more on the face, a little bit more on the back. There's a 5. The 5's also got a decent amount of chatter all the way up the side and on the back there. Some on that side, up top. So as you can see, I have it marked a 64 plus. In my opinion, the lowest grade this will come back as a 4. But you do have potential at a 5 on it also. But I think 4 is probably the number that this comes back. Any stretch of the imagination. That's $700 PCGS, chat. And it's $1,600 if it hits a 5. Looking for a fair offer on this, chat. I could sell this with those other slabs as a bundle, or I could sell it individually. Shoot me a number, chat. Shoot me a number. Last one I had that looked like this was a 79 Philly, and it sold for $500. That was like a year and a half ago. And then I had one other DPL. It was in an annex holder and looked just like, I don't even think it was DPL. I think it was just PL if you regraded it. But those are the only 3 that I've ever even had. The one that sold for 500 had a little more or a little less chatter than this did, or than this does. But I think this has deeper mirrors. A little bit stronger cameo, especially on that eagle on the reverse. Of course, she looks different under the LEDs. You get to see all the chatter. How much, chat? What's a good start price on this? Half a PCGS. It's a premium coin. So half a PCGS, that sound good? I think that's probably my lowest start price on something like this. If not, I'll send her in myself. I mean, it's totally cool with me too. But I figured somebody wanted a chance at that. To add that to their collection. I have it right here in the bin. I do not need that number for it. I just need an offer. You can check out more videos and photos of it there. I haven't had an offer at all yet on it, so don't feel you know, scared to make an offer, you know. I might just say yes. The 64, it's $700. If you hit a five, which you might, it's $1,600. So I think it's worth the chance. I think it's worth the chance at what I'm gonna run this at. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here if nobody's got any offers. I know it's a big boy coin. I know. Get it? Not everybody can buy big boy coin. Not everybody can afford big boy coin. I love looking at it like in the more, where you don't have direct light on it. That's when you really see the cameo on everything, how deep the mirrors are. I mean, just ridiculously nice coin. Come on, chat. Somebody has an offer on this. Somebody has an offer. Somebody has an offer, chat. Somebody knows how. Somebody knows how expensive this should be. Somebody has an idea on the price. Somebody's dealt with deep mirror proof likes before. And if you haven't, here's your chance. Chatter pattern of a 64 every day of the week, guys. I mean, I can show them on the screen again, but I've showed it about 100 times now. I mean, that's a 65. You see how much chatters that's got all the way up, all the way behind the head, bunch over here, up top, down bottom. That's a 65. That's a $1,600 coin. 64, which I think is the minimum mine gets. A little bit on the face out here behind the head, just like mine. A little bit on the back, but very little. I think that's the closest to my coin, that one right there. And then if you go to a 3, you'll see a lot more chatter. A lot, even on the back, a lot more chatter. I love when like the best coin of the show is the hardest to sell. Like the deepest mirror Morgan I've had, in a couple of years. No denying it. You can't hold it back. I've got a video of this thing where it's tracking my face at like 20 inches. Like, I mean, this is the pinnacle of, you know, a coin that's just short of like a proof. There is no proofs on this date, you know. I definitely should. That's I don't mind if nobody buys it. I mean, it's definitely worth getting in a holder. Minimum, I think it's 64 DP 700, PCGS. Um, but if it jumps to a five, it's 1600. My luck, though, I would not get a five. I wouldn't get a five. I'd get a four on it. Just being totally honest, I never get that great bump. Even if it's totally practical, I never get it. But it's a 64 DPL, $700 PCGS. It's raw. I don't need 625 for it. I just need an offer on it. You could also buy it and all these other coins right here. I had this that I was thinking about resubbing because it's got that kind of PL look to it also on this ADS, but they're a hard date to get. So I might just leave it that way. I love these holders, the ones without the actual sprockets on them. That's a ADS 64. And then we've got a 25 Philly, a little bit harder date there on the Peace Dollar and a 64. And then we've got a shipwreck coin right here. You could buy all of it together too, if you wanted to. Or you could buy everything but that deep mirror proof, like that'd be cool with me too. That would actually be ideal. Oh, I do have a couple other things too. It's super rare fucking Norfed 1/20th. I've got this bad boy. Wonder if we can see the rainbow on that. Yeah, just a bit there. It's got a nice rainbow toning to it on a 65 40%er. Yeah, so you could buy everything left on the table right there. Shoot me a number. I have that kind of belief too. Silver. I have that belief too. I don't know how true it is, and I also feel like the way you submit a coin plays a role. Also, if you submit everything on economy at the cheapest level, you're going to get economy graders. That's how I feel. Um, so pay a little extra. Um, actually value your coin at what you think it is. Yeah, pay a little more money to submit it. Don't submit it on the economy level at the lowest price. Especially if you got a coin like this where you're hoping that maybe you get that 65. That's a $1,600 coin. You don't want to submit that at $30. You want to submit that at a higher level. And that would just be that's always my suggestion. That's always the way I do it, and it never seems to fail me. But I've also seen some people where they don't even insure their coins for the right price, and even they get the right grades. So they can't. It's not that they can change grades. A coin is the grade of the coin is the grade of the coin, but there is a little leeway, I guess. Depending on grader to grader. So um, you've got some graders that understand that different series of coins are a little different than others. And you've got some graders that think, they should grade everything like a modern Silver Eagle. So, I mean, there is differences. Um, but minimum, I think it's 64 DPL. That means 700 PCGS. Usually for something like this, it's raw. I should sell it at half of that, so that's 350. I can't go any lower than that on that. If somebody wants it for 350, I can do that. If not, I'll keep it because I double that just by submitting it. I've got this, like I say, everything else here. If you guys want to make an offer on all this other stuff, the shipwreck coin is from the Admiral Gardner, which sunk in 1809. This is a 10 cash coin. China, but it's East India Trading Company. This coin was minted in 1808, so this coin's actually like mint state, but it's definitely copper, so it was on the bottom of the ocean, so you can see some green on it. But as you can see, it's full detail. All the details are there. Beautiful, beautiful. These sell for $40, no lower, no higher. That's just what they sell for. $40 is the generic price on those. If you can find one that looks like actually like red brown, a little bit more, like 60 to $70, but for the most part, that's a $40 item. So, I mean, and then you got this, which is a 63 proof. Frankie. Ooh, 24D wheat cents. I don't think I do. But shoot me a little message. I'll see if I can find one for you. Like, go to my name and shoot me a message. Later on, when I'm off the stream, I'll see if I can find one. Here's a little 1892 Colombian hat. Don't usually see the 92. Let's see. I believe anyway. Or is that the more common? I don't fucking know. But this is like AU53. A little bit of luster breakage. Yeah. Kind of cool. And then, like I say, this is super rare. This is the 2003 Norfed, but this is the 1/20th. They only made like 2,000 of these or something, or 4,000 of these, and then the mintage was interrupted by the FBI, so they don't know if they even finished them. So this 1/20th ounce of silver, like $2 worth of silver, is worth $99. I only saw one for sale last time I looked them up. Of course, this nice toner Kennedy here. So everything except the DPO. Give me an offer, chat. Everything except the deep mirror proof like, or everything and the deep mirror proof like. And the reason I do lots like that is so that you guys don't have to pay shipping and tax individually on every item. You know, not many streams do it like I do. I'm willing to do lots because I got 1,000 auctions completed a long time ago to get instant payout. I'm not worried about that. I can bundle the whole goddamn table for you if you want. Even when I first start the stream, right? But point being, I do that to get y'all to come back so that you guys get a good deal and you come back. You didn't lose money. I don't want anybody buying from me to lose money. And so I have to hunt. I have to hunt and I have to put flyers out and I have to buy collections and I partner with 2 shops and I go to shows, right? You know. Oh no, that's just like what the DPL price is. With or without the DPL. The DPL, like I'm at like 350 is the lowest I can be. That's half of PCGS price. But all this other stuff, I think you had. So let's see. So I probably could do. I could do 6. Yeah, I could do that on a lot. I think 625 because you got 350, 100, so 350, 450, 550, 40 here. That's 590. And then all this stuff, that was $100 item. Yeah, 6. Yeah, they're already gone. Yeah. Yeah, that's no, I get that. But I'm saying that probably would be, that's kind of like a fair, you know. Which ones? Selling what? Yeah, I already sold all the other Morgans. They're already gone. No, I was already on earlier. I've been on for yeah, I've been on for like an hour or so, or 2 hours or something. So this is just what's left on the table, my friend. But like I say, this deep mirror proof like, let me show you. So if you weren't here, let me show you. So this coin right, these so I can show you what I showed everybody else. There's another four there with a lot of chatter. Couple spots there, all the way up here, back behind, and then I'll show you the actual DPL. And then this is a 5, so there isn't a whole lot of difference. You know, you got it above or in front, behind. You got some here, and up top. Even on a 5, that's a $1,600 coin. The 4, like I think the minimum this would be is $700. So I'll show you the chatter here, and then the coin in a better light to see the mirrors and everything, and how much cameo is on that. Yeah, this is the best deep mirrored coin I've had in probably 2 years. I had a 79 that looked just like this that sold for $500 like 2 years ago. Um, very nice coin. So you got that. You've got this coin, which I kind of bought thinking I might crack it out and try it for a PO on this ADS, but it's just a really hard kind of thing to get on them. And then the 65 or the 25, which is a little bit harder date on that 64. And then the Admiral Gardner. So this is from the shipwreck of the Admiral Gardner. This is the 1808. This is a 10 cash Chinese coin. Shipwreck was in 1809. This coin was minted in 1808. So as you can see, it's all there, except for a little bit of green from being in the ocean, right? A little bit of discoloration. These sell for $40, no higher, no lower. If you can find one that looks a little red brown, they go for like 60, but that's just kind of the price on them. This is probably a $25 item. This in AU53 is probably $25 also. This is $100 on eBay. This nice toner, $30, something like that. Oh yeah, I do guarantee this one. Yes, yes. Like I say, I never mark anything DPL because I don't get them. If it's not DPL, I don't, and I bought that as a DPL, right? I don't usually mark anything DPL unless I bought it as a DPL or unless I completely know. Like that one, I completely know. There's no question in my mind that that's a DPL. The chatter pattern's exactly right. The mirrors are exactly right. The cameo's exactly right. On a PL, it would not be this deep. The mirrors on this go out like 20 inches. Um, like I say, you can see it's the same chatter pattern as the ones, on the website. Um, yeah, see, but that's a lot of people are marking stuff that's not actually DPL. Like I've seen people do that, like sell shit and say it's DPL. They'll crack something like this, and they'll show it just like I just showed it a second ago, and they'll sell it for 150. No, I get what you're saying, but this isn't that kind of coin. You know, yes, I guarantee this comes back DPL and at least a 64 DPL. So if it comes back a 3 DPL or lower, I owe you money. 100%, champ. No, I stand behind coins like that. I wouldn't be here fucking selling them, you know, if I didn't stand behind them. Yeah, it has the correct chatter pattern. Yeah, there's no question in my mind. I mean, this looks like the proof set or 2024 that come out the box. You know, this looks like the damn proofs that come out the box that are brand new, right? With me, right? Like we kind of have a business relationship going, right? I'll consider it for you since we have a business relationship, but I think at that I'm kind of just giving a lot away. But I mean that's pretty much what I've been doing here lately. So and we need to figure something out, like what's going on, like what um, I don't know. Give me 1 second. Get that ran for you. God damn, that's insanely cheap. Bye bye, most beautiful fucking DPL I've seen in 2 years. Bye bye. How's it going, Phil? What's up, Phil? Phil's local. Phil's my buddy, man. Super cheap, super cheap. With the deep mirror proof like in there. It's so unique, so nice. And why are we so cheap? And you get the whole rest of the table, everything there. You are just making out like fat rats in Candyland. But it's okay, because I love y'all. You guys are awesome to me. Hey, great pickup, buddy. Stole it from the jewelry champ. Happens. Happens. Great fucking snag there, though. Great paying attention. That's what I call paying attention. That's what I call somebody in the midst of paying attention. Let's see. Very rare here in my stream, but I guess since we're finally able to run some giveaways, people are gonna, and I'm gonna put that DPL separate for the guy that I'm packaging the stuff for. I don't want it in anything with anything else. Running low on bags though. Just want to work for these smaller things. Damn. Oh no. Be nice, guys. Be nice. Oh, nice and snugly in there. Yeah, but I mean, jewelry, you know, on here, if I run it, it runs as an auction. You may have never seen that happen before, but it does happen. It's just the way it is. I mean, if somebody's paying attention, somebody's got the money. It's, it's not uncalled for. So. Now if I had it in the bin or something special and was like, yeah, you're the only one that I could see that being. There's always a next time. Like I say, I'm always hunting for you guys, so it's a constant hunt. We got a couple small things we can run here at the end, I think. Might run another giveaway. Let me get this stuff marked real quick. But here, Pro got that. Don't worry about it, Pro. Great pickup, buddy. I mean, if you're gonna like take it as like I did something wrong, I mean you're not the kind of I mean that's totally fine. That's totally your opinion, but everything is set to an auction, so. Yeah, thank you, Pro. I appreciate you, man. Great pickup, man. Good eyeballs. Oh, look at this. Look at this. A little Geiger hiding. A little tuned, little $5 Geiger. What? See, some weird stuff be chilling on my table sometimes. Let's see. So this was that special set I was telling you guys about. These all need to be graded. So this is what's called the First Spouse medal series. So I only have the COA for 4 of these, but I actually have 16 of them, which is, I think 19 are in the set. So I'm 3 short of a complete set of these. These were originally made, all 19 of these, as medals or as gold $10 coins. These guys up. So all of them are different. I understand. I understand being upset, but I also understand that it's an auction site, so it goes both ways. Now these are like usually sold for like $10 a piece. I'm gonna sell the entire set together, all 16 of them. The ones where they didn't have a wife, it'll have a design from their period of time, which I think is really cool. Like this is for the 3rd president, so you get the seated design. And these all are still in the mint packaging. This is your 7th president, didn't have a wife, so. And there's actually one president here where he had 2 wives in between his period. So there's 2 10th ladies in here. version of them. Well, I had them in order, but of course they are not now because I just mixed them up, but that's okay. There's 16 of them. And these graded, though, I guarantee if you graded all of these, you bulk submitted these or sent all these in, you're probably looking at like $40 to $75 a piece. They would grade well, too. I will give you the one COA I have, but I only have a COA for 4 of them. These in particular, the Jefferson Liberty one, the Martha Washington one, Abigail Adams, and the Dolly Madison. I'm missing COAs for at least 6 other sets, something like that. 4, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, something like that. 4 sets, something. Yeah, 16. So this is 4 sets then. Yeah, 4 sets. 160 on the is very rare to find. I had never even knew these existed. That's kind of how rare those are. How about this? 160 with the Geiger. Throwing a little extra on for somebody. We got a couple other things, so if you guys don't buy this right here, I'll just add it to the rest of the lot. We'll make one final lot here. I believe we will be done after that. I'm already crying about that DPL. I sold that. Alright, so this is what you're going to get. You're going to get that set I just showed you right there, plus that 5 grain Geiger tuned. Then you're going to get some more US Mint stuff. These are other US Mint tokens. These also, are in that, $10 is what these usually go for. You've got 3 of these Lexingtons, I believe. 1, 2, 3 of the Lexingtons. You've got the 1 Jefferson, and you've got the Samuel Adams and the Patrick Henry. And I do see people grade these. They usually get like 66 reds. And then you're getting this little replica set also, which is pretty neat. I've never seen one of these before. They, of course, are replicas, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. At 160, 70, 180, 190, 210. We'll call that replica set at 10 also, so 210. 210 everything. Or no, it was 220. All right. 160, 70, 180, 190, 210, 220. 220. There you go. You take it all. Appreciate the follow there, Monty. Appreciate that very much, my friend. If you got an offer on that lot, throw it out. I thought my number was pretty good, but sometimes you guys just don't price. We'll let it rip tater chip. Chat, you guys alive? Give me a start price. Everything left. If you'd like me to go through what's left again, we can do that. But I figure most of you guys saw it. Unless y'all want a $20,000 coin, I don't think. I mean, that's pretty much it right there. Still gotta submit that bugger. That scares me to submit that motherfucker. Those coins get fucking that kind of value. it's this coin, Prague. This is a proof coin. They did make the Gothic crown, which is this the obverse of this, which is like a $10,000 coin if it was in this shape. But this is actually much rarer. This is a metal. It's got the trade dollar reverse. This is a full proof coin. They only made like 200. I don't remember the guy that writes it, but it's like 19th century metals of Great Britain. I couldn't even figure out what that was without that reference. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out what it was. Yeah, just very rare, very scarce. Heritage auctions for the crowns are like between 10,000 and 50,000 in that condition. Of course, that's not the crown, but it's made around the same time period. Same, I think the guy's name is Wyman, is the die creator's name. He's the guy that created that coin. Wyman. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Just something that's like with that kind of value, sending it is just very scary. You know, it could get lost in the mail or anything like that. It's very scary. I mean, I'll make sure I insure it properly. That would be the main thing. But I want the coin to come back in a holder. I don't want to get paid out on it. That's one like where when I get it back, I gotta send it to like Heritage or Christine Auctions or one of those guys, Golden. Rest of the come on, chat. Come on, chat. Come on now. This series is super rare, guys. This series is super rare. Go look these up. Super fucking rare. And I have almost the complete set. 3 coins short of the complete set. plus a 5-gram Geiger, plus 4 other government mint tokens that can be graded, plus that replica set. Everything, one lot. What do I need to run this at to get it sold? What do I need to run this at? Oh, I do have my tiers set up now. My coupon. I did adjust that again, so you guys don't have to make it, because I do a lot of lots, so you won't have to complete as many purchases to get higher up in the tiers. You'll start to spend like the same amount of money, but like it used to be set where you had to spend a certain amount of money, but you had to have a certain amount of auctions completed also, which made it much more difficult to get the higher tiers, because a lot of times I lot items together. And I do that because I got 1,000 auctions completed a long time ago, guys, like 2 years ago. So instant payout, I've had that for a long time. I don't need to sell everything individually. That, to me, you guys paying shipping and tax on every individual thing, that's ridiculous to me. And these guys know it, and they take advantage of it, and Whatnot makes a lot of money from it, you know. And I get it, they get to buck and go that stuff where they can buck and go it, and yeah, sometimes it goes for what it's supposed to, sometimes it goes for over, sometimes it goes for under. I get it, but it's you're paying shipping and tax, so it really, that's the most important part of it to me, is that if I could buy 100 items on somebody's table and don't have to pay shipping and tax 100 times, that's ideal. But you got some of these streamers, they got a whole table full and they'll never run a lot. Never. That's because you make more, you sell stuff individually. You make more money that way. I get that. But that's not always about making money to me, guys. It's not always about making the most money. That's not what this is about. This is about giving coins back to the hobby, seeking coins, hunting coins, cherry picking, learning, giving back to the hobby, making sure coins that should be precious and saved are saved, and putting better holders. That's what it's about to me. It's about the hobby. The money's just a secondary. The fact that I can do this for a living is just secondary. Oh, here's a Carl Morgan that somebody fucking looks like they tried to torch it or do some type of toning to it and fucked it up. Here, I'll add that Morgan to that lot. I mean, it's still going to be Carl Morgan. It's a 85 I believe. That's just in my lot of Carl Morgans. We only usually get Carl ones if we're buying a lot of better ones, and like one of those comes in with it. But I don't go out of my way to buy messed up Morgans, because I can't even sell ones that look like 65s for fucking $40. So better dates and stuff. So it almost looks fake, but it looks like it was in a fire or something. I know it's not fake though. All right, this whole lot, guys. Now we got a Morgan in it. It was 220. Should be 250 now. 250. Alright, chat. Last chance. Last chance. Pay what I paid. Go ahead. Fuck it. Pay uber cheap. I know y'all want to. Oh, that's not uber cheap enough? Good lord. $250 worth on the table. You guys ain't bid at $125. Like what? Half price? Half price don't sound good. Good fucking lord. They're really trying to steal from me. Really trying to steal it out. Chat. These tokens, there's 16 of them. These are like $10 a piece. These are from the Spouse series where they made 10. These were all made in $10 golds, right? These are very rare, even in the bronze. So they're worth like more than $10 a piece. That's what I'm saying. The value is minimum $10 a piece. There's 16 of them there. Plus, you've got all these other dollars. You've got this silver dollar right here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 of these dollars that are very similar from the US Mint. They're like $10 a piece also. You're also getting this replica set. And use them to teach your grandkids about those special coins that are in there. And you got a 5-gram Geiger. So you got $160 just in these, plus 50 there, that's 210, plus 10 here, that's 220, plus 10 here, that's 230, plus 30 here, that's 260. I just ran it for 115. Would you like me to rerun it? Or do you have an offer? Are you damn close? I would hope you're at least close. Jesus Christ. Damn Christmas today for y'all, man. I might as well put on a goddamn fucking Santa suit and fucking get fucking Rudolph in the room here with me. Goddamn Christmas. Everything half of what it's worth minimum at any shop in the entire United States. Insane, huh? Everything left. Do I hear an offer? Do I hear a number? Joined is not an offer. Would you like me to show it again? I can show it again. But I gotta get on out of here in a second, so I'm about to just keep this stuff for next week, and it's just gonna be a lot next week again. I mean, that's a pretty massive little lot right there. I might fucking keep those women, those spouse coins, and fucking send them shits in my damn self. Since everybody else is sleeping on them. I want to say if they only made 200 of each of these in the golds, they probably didn't do a whole lot of these either. Maybe a couple thousand minted for each of these. So like this, there's probably only 2,000 maximum minted of this. But yeah, no value, right? No value at all. No value at all. Just a super rare series. No value. I know a guy that sells nothing but stuff like this. You know, what do you call them? So-called dollars and stuff like that. You'd be amazed at what some of this stuff can be worth. If you actually sit down and look stuff up. Everything, chat. The rest of the table. Everything. You also got a silver dollar. You also got a silver Geiger. Alright. right, last chance. $100. That's it. No lower. $100. I get like after fees. I get like fucking $87. There you go. Guys, there's 20 tokens there. 21 tokens there worth $10 a piece. Plus the silver dollar, plus the silver Geiger, plus that replica set. I mean, shit, this stuff fucking goes for more than I just ran it at fucking in any stream on whatnot. Okay, so what do we pay for the Morgan then? I guess we'll sell it all individually, huh? And make more that way, right? What's melt on a Morgan right now? $28. I think silver went down maybe $1. We'll say melt right now is $27. Unless this is a legit Morgan, it just looks like somebody torched it. They torched the luster right off of it. A Morgan for melt. These sell like every 10 seconds on every other stream. For higher than melt. How come I can't get melt? What's wrong with me? Am I stinky? I'm stinky. Y'all can smell me through the screen. Huh? Why do I deserve less than everybody else? Tell me, chat. Give me an idea. Am I ugly? Too honest? Too transparent? What is it, chat? Too much honesty, huh? Okay, alright. Morgan dollar for melt. Nobody can afford Morgan dollar at melt. Okay. Alright, well, not much else I can do for you. If the cheapest item in the whole hobby isn't attainable, there's really not much else. I want some pennies. I mean, I got a nice penny. I mean, Morgan dollar's too big. I mean, pennies more. That's more. That's 66. Fully red penny. Guess that was more the range we were looking for. Right? Instead of just buying the whole table, you know. I mean, we're just looking for stuff like that, right? So what I have here is, so this is the first spouse series. So all of these ones right here, there's 16 of them. There's 19 in the actual set. These are from 2007, and they actually made these in $10 golds. They only made 200 each of these in $10 golds, and then they made probably 2,000 a piece of these bronze ones of each spouse. And if they didn't have a spouse, then they did like a cool design of Lady Liberty from that era. Let me see if I can find one in this lot for you. So like this era, this guy didn't have a wife, so he got the beautiful Lady Liberty design. So there's 16 of them. There's 19 in the set. And then they're from government mint. They're still in the government mint packages. You can grade these. That would be my suggestion. And then these right here, I have 5 of these. These are very similar. These are different bicentennial coins that were made by the U.S. Mint. There's 3 Lexingtons, a Jefferson, and then this one with Samuel Adams and Patrick Henry. they're all like $10 a piece is what the value on that stuff is, the way it sits. Now, if you grade these ones from this series, maybe they're worth a lot more. They probably are, but nobody's probably graded any yet. So you've got those. You've got the sets back there. You've got the replica coin set back there, which is just a replica coin set. Very good for like teaching people about those rare coins or something like that, but nothing really besides that. They're all cast. And then I have this Geiger, 5 gram. I've got this Morgan dollar that's torched. I can sell everything on the table for one price if somebody wants, or I can break stuff up. Really just trying to get the rest of this table going so I can get on out of here, get on down the road. Tuck my tail between my legs again because I didn't make out very well again. Keep trying though, guys. Dedication. Everybody wants to sell on Whatnot. They don't realize how much dedication it really takes, especially if you're just one person. To keep your rating good, to keep your shipping good, to keep people happy, to be able to find product. It's all a lot of balance, guys. A lot of balance. And then some days, like I got on yesterday, I couldn't sell a single fucking thing. Everybody was just like birds chirping or fucking crickets chirping. Got on today, everything's pretty much gone in like 2 hours. It's like it doesn't make any sense sometimes. But this is the end of the table. I always do this. I always offer the end of the table for a lot. Everything that's left, y'all can have at it. So you've got 20 tokens that are like $10 a piece. So you got like 220 there. You've got this. This is $10. That's 230, 260, and then this guy's $10, so 270. You got like 270 in value. We'll just say this penny's free. Make an offer. Shoot me a number. Shoot me a start price. And we'll just run it. We'll just let it all rip. Somebody will get everything you see. You get everything that's there is going to come in your package. Like I say, this Morgan's torched, so all the luster's torched off, but it is a Morgan dollar. 85. Oh, I believe, yeah. You've got this toned Geiger, and then, like I say, you've got this whole series of the Spouse series that they did in the $10 golds. These are the bronze versions. You have 16 coins, 19 to complete the set. So you're 3 coins short of the complete set on those. Every one of those is different. And then you've got 5 of these different bicentennial tokens. So you got 21 tokens total, plus this replica set, plus the Morgan dollar, plus the Geiger, and plus this penny. I need an offer, chat. Everything left. I need you to throw me a number, please. I am begging you. So I can get a move on this day here. It's not worthless, chat. Nobody has any money, huh? They run away quicker than shit when you say make an offer. I can't imagine if I put a set price on stuff. How do people put set prices on stuff on here and get away with it? I can't even say make an offer and get away with it. Like, I really don't get it. I don't get how these big streams can put set prices on stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because people run away quicker than dog shit when I have a whole table and I'm like, make an offer. They're like, oh no, I don't know how to do that. If you had knowledge of coins, it'd be pretty easy. Imagine that though. That would take some effort. There's too many people these days trying to get in here and hope that this is their new chance at a new easy flip business, and that everything's easy about this, and you can just instantly know what stuff's worth, and it don't work like that. That's why people don't last long in the hobby. You get a lot of new people and then they're gone in next second, you know. I mean, even watching other streams, I mean, I used to see a lot of people in certain streams. I don't know what happened to them. They either got told they couldn't be on Whatnot anymore, they got removed, they just couldn't keep going. I mean, even sellers, I got a couple seller best friends that I helped start their streams, 2, 3 years ago, that are already gone. They just couldn't, it's just, people couldn't pay, people weren't paying them enough. They had to give up, and it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad that everybody's a scalper. You know? Just like the issues in the Pokemon section. As a damn scalper. Everybody really cares about the hobby. I cares about the hobby. I cares about the Hobbit, my precious. Everything left on the table, chat. Everything there. I've showed it multiple times. I could show it again, but I'm only going to show this table lot for another 10 minutes. If nobody can buy it, that's fine, but I can't waste too much time on the last best deal of the table. I can't waste like way more than I did on the entire rest of the whole stuff I sold on the best lot of the show, the last lot. I give y'all a major deal because I already made what money I needed to. I just need a fair offer on what's left on the table. Too much to ask, I guess. Too much to ask. Okay, so we've got a silver dollar. A silver dollar. Who knows what those are worth? A silver Geiger. Who knows? Special 16 coin, 19 coins is the full set. This is 16 of them of the First Spouse Bronze series. They did these in the $10 golds also. They only minted 200 of the $10 golds and 2,000 of the bronze ones. So there's only 2,000 of this that exist. This one and each one of them. Okay. There's 16 of them from the set. Those are valued at no less than $10 a piece. So you got $160 minimum right there. You've got a Morgan dollar, a Geiger. So you got 30, 40 bucks right there. So there's 200 bucks right there. Then you've got these five. You've got these 5 different bicentennial ones. These are, anywhere from 5 to 10 a piece. We'll say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So now you're at $225. This is a replica set. We'll say it's $10. Now you're at $235. That's technically what I should be asking for what's on this table. That is not what I need for what's left on this table. I just need a coherent, fair offer. And joined does not count as an offer. I'm sorry, Chad, it does not. The little wavy symbol there doesn't either. Everything you see, you get, chat. Everything right there, you get one big bundle lot. People don't do whole table lots anymore. I wonder why. I wonder why. Probably because I'd rather charge you shipping and tax for. That would be like shipping and tax on 30 items right there that I could be charging if I sell them all individually. But that's not what I'm worried about, right? Worry about y'all getting a good deal. So, does anybody have an offer? Everything left. Let's hear a number, chat. There's a damn Morgan dollar in there, a 5-gram Geiger toned, all 21 of those tokens, that replica set, all of that. One money. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 items. That I probably could buck and go and get way more money and charge shipping and tax on each of them. That is not the route that I would like to go. I would like to send them all to somebody in a nice thick package. All together. All together now, chat. All together now. Got $260 worth of stuff out there. What is our offer? $10, $20, $30? Where are we at, chat? You just want to only pay for the Morgan and get everything else free? Where are we at? Where are we at? I know damn well if I was in the shop and grabbed all that stuff that he's not going to be like, yeah, and just take it all, for free. Yeah, that happened. That happened. Yeah, that definitely happened. $250 was, here you go. Or I beat up old lady on the corner for it, I guess. So put them dukes up. That's my favorite one. Put them dukes up to old ladies. That's how I get all my coins, I guess that's what y'all think, I guess. I just beat up old ladies and stuff. Acquire all this stuff for free. I'm making like a big fortune off of you guys. I'm like balling out of control over here. In my one little bedroom. Still renting a room from family. Yeah, I'm balling out of control, chat. Okay. All right. I never thought that 25 coins in one lot nobody could even touch. That's just too much, I guess. 25 item lot. Too much. Too big for y'all. Even though I ain't put a price on it. It's just too big. Too much stuff, right? Too much stuff for what you want to pay for it. Why would you want to get 25 different items for what you want to pay for? That don't make any sense. Why would you want to do that? And not have to pay shipping and tax 25 times. And not have to bid against 100 other people, 200 other people. Why would you like that? That don't sound fun. That's no fun. If you don't have 200 other people to bid against, then nobody sees you win it, right? Nobody's seen you spend too much, so. It's no fun, right? No fun. Nobody saw you spend too much. No fun. Right, chat? Right? Morgan dollar, 85. Oh, somebody torched it. Call. Silver Geiger, 5 gram, 66. Red uncirculated. The 2007 First Spouse series. They made all of these in $10 gold coins, but they also did the bronze $10 gold coins. They only did 200, minted 200 of each coin. These they did 2,000 of each coin. So there's only 2,000 of this one that exist. I have 16. There is 19 coins in this set. I have 16 of them. Okay. At least I believe. So I know I have 16, but I think there's 19 in this set. And then which are usually like $10 a piece. We've got 5 of these also, the bicentennial ones. They're $5 to $10 a piece. We also have this replica set back here. Everything one lot, guys. This is all one lot of coins. You get everything that I just showed. One money. I just need somebody to shoot an offer out. It should not be this difficult. It should be not pulling teeth. I shouldn't have to pull teeth to do this. Those 16 spouse tokens, they're like 10 a piece. That's 160. Right? Right there. Right? The other 5 are like $5 a piece. So another 25. 185. Then you got a Morgan dollar, the Geiger. I mean, help me out, chat. What do I run this at? Since I have no idea, I guess. It's not like I looked all that stuff up or anything. And saw what the lowest offers and buys were for. I know the numbers or anything. It's not like I've been doing this for 3 years or anything. How much, chat? Everything left. I got to get out of here. I ain't got all day. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100, $200, $300. How much, chat? Wow. How do people sell like wheat pennies individually and stuff? Like, how is that even possible on here? I can't even sell 25 items for one in one lot. Like, I don't get whatnot at all, bro. And then I get on other streams and they're selling like, beat to death poor barber dimes and bucking going them and getting $10 a piece. I'm like, I sell them for $2 melt. Like, it just like the replica set. It's just a cool replica set of America Revolution coins. So it's got like the Massachusetts pine tree copper. It's got a little bit there. It's got a Spanish 8 real. It's got the half penny. It's got the continental dollar, and they're all cast, I believe. Nothing too crazy. $10 is what I have it in this lot for. Cool though. Definitely cool to like show, kids or teaching teaching people about coins and stuff like that. Continental coin's super rare coin if it was real, that kind of thing, or showing the real, give you an idea. Yeah. Cool little replica set. One of the cooler ones I've actually seen. That was why I grabbed it up. I was like, what? Yeah, that's cool. Cool little item auction piece. I bet if one of the big streams had that, it would go for a lot more than $10. I can guarantee you that now. They probably want like $40 for that fucking thing. Even though they sell for like 12 to 20 bucks. they've won like $40. Double retail. And it would probably buck and go for that because there's 200 people in there and 50 of them don't know what the fuck they're looking at and they just want to win the auction, But it is what it is. It's fun, right? It's always fun. Always fun. I just need to offer on everything left. Like $230 worth of stuff. Let me make it easy for y'all. $230 worth of stuff. There you go. There you go. Have at it. Have fun. I don't have all day. There you go. Not going to be any cheaper than that. I mean, you got at Melt, you got $38 right here. Okay, you got $38 here, Melt, right? Even if you count these at 5, not the $10 they're worth, you got 16 of these. You got 5 of these. You got 21. Even if you count that at 5, that's 110. 110 for all the tokens, even at 5 of these. Plus 38. Plus the replica. This is just there, right? Just extra. I don't see how we can be any lower than what I just ran it at in any stretch of the imagination. So I appreciate y'all, but have a good day. I guess I can't come to a deal with you. It's okay. It's all right. Sometimes I can't deal everybody, you know. Sometimes I just can't, you know. Especially if you guys ain't speaking up and saying nothing. I'm talking to brick walls over here and shit. I can't really do a deal with a brick wall, you know. If I could, I would, but brick walls don't really do much on the deal department, you know. How much? That whole table, chat. Everything left on the table. 25 items. 25 items. Two, 5. That would make it $5 an item is 150 bucks. That's at $5 an item. Right? You guys just love dragging out my last lot, don't you? Y'all just love dragging out this last fucking lot every fucking week. Every fucking week. It's the same fucking thing. I sell everything else in like an hour. All the big stuff in like an hour. I run all the small stuff in a lot at the end, and you guys just sit here like a bunch of like with your fingers up your butthole. I don't like what is the offer on everything left? I've given a number multiple times. I've went through it about 20 times. I've given a breakdown about 30 times and have not heard a single number yet. Nobody can value that lot. That lot's just unvaluable. Unvaluable. That was a tongue twister. There's just no way to value that lot. Point if that came in your shop or if that came to your doorstep and someone was like, "How much is this worth?" You would just go, "Is that what we're saying?" I mean, that's fine. I mean, I like people that are too, you know. But if you're not going to trust what I said, but you can't come up with your own number, you know, we're kind of out of. There's a standstill there. If you can't value yourself, but don't trust the values of the person valuing it, then what are you doing here, right? Like, you either need to learn to value stuff yourself or you need to learn to trust people, or one or the other. I would suggest learning to value things yourself, because there are a lot of people you shouldn't trust here on Whatnot, and people that price stuff way too fucking high on Whatnot, or that started at $1 and they know there's 200 people in the room that's going to sell for at least what they need for it. A lot of times it goes for over. You need to understand these things. You need to understand what stuff's worth. If you're going to go in those streams where stuff sells and you don't get to go look it up and you only got 5 seconds to come up with a value, you need to know coins pretty sufficiently if that's what you want to be doing. Luckily, here I give you guys time. You're never going to see me run anything where you don't have time to go look it up. And the problem with that is I don't make a whole lot of money that way, right? I don't make a whole lot of profit because I don't rip people off, right? But to me, it's more important not to rip people off than any profit that I could get by ripping people off, because that doesn't bring people back. Ripping people off doesn't bring people back to your show. It doesn't bring people back to Whatnot. Everything can be valued by somebody in their town, right? So if you tell them it's worth something and they take it to their shop in their local town, and he's like, I mean, maybe he lied. Maybe he said it's worth way less than it should be. That does happen. But most of the time, he's going to be pretty damn close, right? So if he says it's worth $100 and this show just sold it to you for 300, are you going to come back to Whatnot? No, you're not. And all you're going to think is everybody on Whatnot runs stuff so fast that you can't think about it and you don't have a chance to go look it up so that you get ripped off. And that is not the case. There are some streamers on here that will give you time to go look stuff up, that will help you value things, that will give you time to make your own offers, that will accept fair offers, but you need to look for those people. It's not everybody is like that. Not everybody's out for your best, you know, interest, right? So I would suggest you learn on your own. That is always my suggestion. And that's how I buy. If I'm in a stream and I don't know off the top of my head what a coin's worth and I don't have time to look it up, I'm not going to bid on it. Point blank, point period. It's just as simple as that. The rest of the table, Chad, I'm looking for an offer on the rest of the table. There's like $230 sitting on that table. Just need an offer. I'm going to sell it for cheap to somebody. The first person to speak up, probably. First person with a little bravery in their soul. And if you never seen me before, I've been on here for 3 years since Whatnot started in beta. Right, I've been selling in the coin section for a little over 2.5 years. I have plenty of reviews. I have plenty. I'm very transparent. I've never had any review removed. So any review that's on my, is what it is. I think the only bad ones I have is 2 scammers that tried to scam me, which, it happens. It's fine. And it's there for all to see. And it's very obvious who the scammer is. But yeah, I mean, very transparent. I run things at what they're worth, usually way less. Usually I put a number on them at what they're worth, all right? And then you guys Jew me down to like we're at a flea market or something, and you found these coins at a flea market. Like I don't know what they are at all. That's usually the price that I get offered on this stuff. Does anybody know what that Morgan dollar is worth? Anybody know what a damaged Morgan dollar is worth? I know, hard one, huh? That's hard. Hard question. What would any shop in the entire United States pay you for it? Ma, 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 meh, 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 melt? Jesus Christ. Maybe melt? Maybe? Maybe, chat? Maybe? Maybe? Huh? Maybe? Maybe melt? You know, damage Morgan Dollar. You know, somebody torch this, melt, right? That's kind of the idea, right? Don't really go much lower than melt. But what about this? What about this? 5 gram Geiger. They're paying like $30 for these on the other streams. Fucking go. Why? I have no fucking idea because it's 5 grams. What about these guys? They only made 2,000 of this right here. They only made 2,000 of this. They only made 2,000 of this. These are from the first Spouse series. They made them out of $10 gold. They made $10 golds, and they made these bronze pretty much replicas. I don't know how much those go for. There's 16 of them, 19 for the full set. So you're 3 short of a full set. And you've got 5 of these sets. And you got the replica set. Everything on this table is one money. All we need to hear is the offer on it. Those tokens are no cheaper than like $10 on eBay a piece. Those Spouse ones, because they're like $40 graded, $75 graded. These guys in the back are the same deal. So we're going to say no cheaper than $5 a piece is what all those tokens are worth. The replica series, these guys, how much? Everything on the table, chat. Everything there. One money. You get it all. I'll give y'all 5 more minutes, chat. 5 more minutes. Because this is getting a little ridiculous. That we can't get a single offer on everything left on the table. I haven't seen an offer yet. All I've seen is joined since I offered this lot. I haven't seen a question. I haven't seen anything. Just a ghost town. I can tell you this much: I didn't get given $230 worth of stuff for free. I can tell you that much. I didn't go walking down the block and say, "Hey, old lady, you got coins in your house? Put them dukes up." That didn't happen, chat. I had to pay for these coins like I had to pay for every coin that I sell on here. Cash money, like I buy coins, right? Like, it's worth buying, I buy it. I don't know, chat. What do I run? What do I run all that stuff for? Apparently, I don't know. I don't know at all. I've never valued any of that stuff ever in my life. It's not like I've sold that stuff hundreds of times or anything. I have no clue what all that stuff's worth. What's it worth, chat? What do I run it at? Because it ain't gonna be no dollar with a couple people in here. That's for damn sure. And if it was started a lot like that at $1, it would be in a big stream where they got 200 people in there, and it would probably sell for like $400 for all that stuff. When it's ideally worth way less than that, right? But it's cool. It's whatever. It's whatever. Big streams, do your thing. Do your thing. Just because I can see through the veil doesn't mean everybody else can. Everything left on the table, chat. All this stuff. All of this stuff. A silver Morgan Dollar. Silver 5-gram toned Geiger. Red uncirculated 66 from out of a mint set. So this is from the First Spouse series. They made these in $10 golds. So they're all the first spouts. If they didn't have a spouse, then they used Lady Liberty's design from that time period. I have 16 of these. 4 separate sets. I believe they came in four coin sets. So I only have a COA for one 4-coin set. But like I say, I have 16 of these. Okay. And then we have 5 different of these bicentennial US Mint tokens. These all can be graded because they're all US Mint. Every token here can be graded. They're all US Mint. You've got 21 US Mint tokens. You've got the replica set back there. You've got the toned Geiger. You've got the Morgan dollar. You've got that cent. Everything on the table. One money. Let's hear it, chat. How much? How much do I run all that at? What do I start that at? Guys, you got like 2 minutes. I've given y'all 10 more minutes like 6 times now. How much, chat? Come on now. Come on now. There's 4 of you. Must be interested. How much? Shoot me a number. I'll either say yay or nay. Hopefully yay. I would like to say yes. Very badly. But I can't say yes to nothing. So you got $36 in silver. No. 21 US Mint tokens. Plus the replicas. Chat. All right. It's $230 worth of stuff. There you go. If you can't pay that, then bye-bye. I catch y'all later. I ain't got all day to be sitting here wasting on fucking $100 lot. Done wasted too much time on this fucking lot already. Done put more man hours in you know, just no way. Just no way that, you know, any of that stuff's worth anything, you know. Just no way at all, you know. No way at all. Whole table of stuff, just I got all that free, you know. I beat up an old lady and I was like, put them dukes up. And she gave me this whole table for free. And I was like, thanks, old lady. I'm glad that I got $230 worth of stuff for free. I appreciate you, old lady. You know, and she does that for me every week, you know. It's like, you know, I don't know. This old lady's just so nice, but I beat her up every week and just get all these free coins. Yeah. Yeah, just, you know, it's magical, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I'm so lucky. I make so much money, you know. I'm just, you know, falling out of control off of you guys, you know. I just make so much profit all the time, you know, because the old ladies just give it up, you know. They're just like, hell yeah, here you go, yeah. So I mean, I might start moving into old guys next. I don't know. Whole table chat, everything left. I've been showing this table for way too long. I'm getting delirious. Everything left, chat. Let's hear it. $230 worth of stuff out here. All right, I'm gonna run it one more time at $100, and you know, if not, I'll just keep it for next week. It's all good. It's all good, baby, baby. You've got almost the entire spouse series, first spouse series here. They made all of them in the $10 golds. They only made 200 of each in the $10 golds, and they made 2,000 each in the bronze 1 ounces here. And there are 16 different of the spouse series here. They're all worth like $10 a piece. You got $160 just with those. And you got 5 other of the bicentennial ones that are $5 to $10 a piece. You've got a Carl Morgan that's damaged. You've got that replica coin set, and you've got a toned 5-gram Geiger. Yeah, all that couldn't be worth $100, right? $230 worth of stuff could never be $100, you know. Just never. Just could never be. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That shit is stuck in my head, bro. We're watching too much Lord of the Rings shit here lately. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all later. Y'all are awesome, bro, as always. Even though nobody could handle this last lot, you guys are still awesome. I still love y'all. You guys are still my friends. I still believe in y'all. I guess I'll just catch y'all later, Gator. You know what I mean? I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Nobody likes U.S. Mint package stuff, I guess. If it's from the U.S. Mint, just throw it away, huh? Fuck the U.S. Mint. Fuck them. We wish they were generic, not made by the Mint. Then we buy them. They're from the Mint, we don't buy them. You know how many tokens I've sold that weren't Mint tokens? And then I bring out some actual Mint tokens that you can grade and everybody runs away. It's crazy. It's insane. I don't get it. I don't get it. Wouldn't you rather have the better ones? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's confusing world of whatnot, where people like shittier stuff than better stuff. The shittier, the better, right, chat? All right, guys. I catch y'all later, Gator.